Guys, how are we all doing? It's not been a minute because you guys saw me how many days ago. I can't say it's been a minute, but anyways, I'm so happy to be here again. A very big thank you to every one of you who watched my last video, who commented. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you all so much for loving me the way I am. God bless you. Anyways, today is a different day. It's more like I'm not actually teaching. I'm not doing one of my how-to videos today. I'm actually just going to be sharing with you guys something that I'm doing that I feel like a lot of us can learn from. It's actually a topic that I had said for a very long time that I would never talk about, but somehow I feel like based on these things that I'm doing, you can learn one or two things. Let us take a break. When we come back from break, I'll tell you what we're talking about today. It's really exciting for me, and I'm sure it will be exciting for you. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Like I said earlier, today we're going to be talking about something that I'm doing, and I just want to share with you guys so that you can actually do it if you're part of this category. I'm going to be talking about while you're single. So things that you can do to get ready for your Mr. Right or your Mrs. Right. It's something that I'm practicing or I'm being conscious of, and it has really helped me. What has it helped me do? It's not like it has brought the person. I can't tell you that, but then it has really helped me. And I feel like it will help you as you get into getting ready for marriage. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I'm doing. Are you ready? So when you're waiting for marriage, it is very important. Don't worry, I'm not going to do any of all those lecture things. Let's just go straight into it. So the first thing is this time where you're single, where you're waiting for the perfect somebody, is the time where you have to learn to love yourself so much. It's enough to say it because we hear it every day, love yourself, but not a lot of people actually do love themselves. Listen, if you love yourself well enough, you'd understand the love that is for you and the love that you deserve. If you don't, you'll be swayed by anything. Anybody that says I love you, you're like, thank God you work well, kind of thing. I'm happy you and all of that. So you need to learn to love yourself. Treat yourself nicely. Treat yourself kind. That's why you have to always look good. You have to dress well. Buy the best for yourself and all of that. Love yourself. It is very, very important. So this period, is it to learn the best way to love yourself so that when you see a love that doesn't taste like the one that you've experienced for yourself, you just know that this is not for me and you wait for the better kind of love. To learn to love yourself. The next thing is actually, should I say a lot of Christians, but it's not just for Christians, but basically I found that a lot of Christians, they're just more focused on, okay, let me just know the word of God. Let me just know the word of God. No, you have to develop interest so you're interesting. It's not every time that you and this man will be talking about the Bible and all of that. In as much as that is good and fine, but really you need to develop a hobby. There has to be something you're passionate about. Yes, I know you're passionate about the word of God. Very good. Yes, I get that. But can you have conversations? Do you have a sense of humor? Do you know what's happening around you? Do you know what Tinubu said yesterday? Do you know how to play sports? What is about you that is thrilling beyond the fact that, you know the word of God? Like I said before, the word of God is very important, but you need to learn to develop interest in other things so that you are interesting. So you're not boring. Some of you cannot even stay with yourselves. You know that if you're alone, you're like, I cannot do this, so I need to meet somebody to talk to. That's because you're a boring person. But if you have learned to love yourself enough and develop interest, I mean, it might just be something as simple as learning to play table tennis, learning to play golf. I feel like they say golf is for older people. You get what I'm saying? But just develop interest. Don't be boring. Don't be all about only one thing. Be very versatile so that you can have good conversations and so you're very interesting, basically. The next one is exercise your health and your mind. See, guys, this is a time of your life where you need to decide how you want to look, decide what you want your mind to look like. Some of you need to start learning how to read articles. You need to learn how to read books. Some of you need to take more courses. You need to get a degree. Some of you need to do your master's, your PhD. You need to exercise your health. Again, some of you, this is the time where you need to lose that weight. Some of you, this is the time where you need to add that weight. All these things are really important. It's not when you get into the house, you're not like, understand me. I'm not saying that you're doing this because of the man, but you're doing this because you want to be a whole person. I know that a lot of people have said that marriage is half and half, but you can have two whole people coming into marriage and they're just basically there to help each other. But what I'm saying is that weight that you desire, work on it now. Don't think that, okay, when I get into marriage, I will do this. I will be very hot. It will not happen. Do it now. So exercise your health, exercise your mind. This is the time where you have to learn to eat healthy, drink a lot of water and all that good stuff. If not now, when? So by the time you've already developed this system, it is very easy for you to actually do that in your family. So exercise your health and your mind, really important. The next one is become your spouse. Now, I have seen a lot of people on social media when they post, can you marry yourself? And all of them, God forbid, and all of that. Can boldly say I can marry myself, because honestly, I love myself so much. I'm hardworking. Okay, I'm not trying to sell market, but you get what I'm saying. You need to become your spouse. If you want to marry someone who is spiritual, you need to be spiritual. If you want to marry a loyal person, start being loyal now. If you want to marry somebody who is rich, start working hard. You need to be the person that you want to marry. You cannot just be ready to accept somebody because you feel, oh, this person will complete me. Complete yourself first. Be that person that you want to marry, so that when your husband comes, you just slide in. It's just very easy for you. So ask yourself that question. Would you want your daughter, or would you marry yourself? I'm sure a lot of you say no. My answer is yes for myself. I've said it. All right, the next one is respect marriage. Now, I know when I said respect marriage, a lot of people think I'm going to talk about, following married men, sleeping around with married men. Even though that is part of my point. It starts from the very little things. The things like you get into the home of your married friends and you just run into their matrimonial room because you feel like you guys are friends. You need to learn boundaries. You need to know the kind of conversations that you have with a married man, the kind of things that you will do with a married man. You need to respect marriage, but don't worship it. There are two different things. You need to know when you should give space to your married friends. You need to know, just read the room, respect marriage. And of course, the first thing I said earlier, darling, you are a precious jewel. Being with a married man is not, it doesn't make you anything, honestly. The one that God has for you is there. So why are you bothering yourself with another person that God has given to another person? But basically, respect marriage at large. I'm sure you guys get that point. The next one is control your finances and your debt. Some of you, you're thinking of man that you married, and when you get married to this man, all the debts, you put it on his head so that, we are married now, so you help me and pay my debt. This is when you need to learn to plan your finances. If you do not learn now, it's going to be a struggle when you get married. Some of you are always buying things and owing people. Constantly owing. Every time they're calling you, that trouser that you bought, that shirt that you bought, and all of that. Learn to plan your finances. Know what you need, know your wants, know when to save. It is very important, because if you can learn this before you get into marriage, the way I'm talking as if I'm married, you can learn this before you get into marriage. But, well, you get what I'm saying. If you can learn this, then it will be very easy for you to manage the finances in the house when you get married. Next up, guard your heart. Very important, especially those of you who desire to be in marriages that are really good, peaceful marriages and all. Social media and the internet mostly sells marriages that they're not working, because that just sells faster. You need to guard your heart, the kind of information that you let into your spirit, and also the kind of people that you let into your life. The fact that you want to get married doesn't mean that you just allow any Tom, Dick and Harry to get into your life. So you need to guard your heart and be very sure of the information that you let in. Filter the information very well, so that you have the right mindset as you get into marriage. Even some of your friends that advise you based on marriage, there are some that you don't take, you don't have to even listen to, because you know that this is not the path I'm going to toe. So better just arrange yourself and guard your heart. Be sure of the information that you let in concerning marriage while you're waiting. Next up, you need to control your sexual appetite. Darling, I know a lot of people say that body count doesn't matter and all of that. You, for yourself, don't you even like to be someone that has not slept around? I'm just saying. I know that when you're in love with somebody, sometimes it's very difficult, you understand, because you're in love with the person. Sometimes you really want to be intimate with the person and all of that. But all I'm saying is try. Just try. I know it's not easy. You don't have to sleep. Some of you say, how will we taste and see that whether it's good and all of that? That question you gotta ask a marriage counselor and all of that. But all I'm telling you is try. Next up, you need to learn simple things like, cooking, cleaning, and all of that. Even if it's not because of the man, don't you like this? I know that you want to probably marry a man that, you need to learn how to cook. Would you like a situation where your man eats your food and he's like, it's really good, and would you feel good about it? For me, I feel good about it. So these are some of the things that I'm doing while I'm single, and I felt like I should share. I'm sure that you must have learned one or two things. Some of you just realized that, okay, it's true, I really don't have a hobby, I should have one. Or some of you realized that, I actually don't know how to cook or clean, maybe I should learn, and all of that. We're here to teach each other. Please, if you have comments that you need to let me in on, do well to write them right there, and I will do well to also reply. Do well to subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff. I'll see you again next time. Have a lovely, lovely day ahead. Bye for now.